Hey, it's TMEA 2024. I'm Derek, and this is a great friend of myself, Tim Jones. We've known Dr. Loudenback for a long time. This is Daniel Loudenback, and he is, how do you say it right? What's your official title?
Senior Executive Director for Fine Arts for
It's a
San Antonio.
mouthful.
Yeah.
He's the boss. So we're excited that we had a chance to meet up, talk, kind of catch up. Some of you may know this. Some of you may not know this. Dr. Loudenback wrote a book that we sell through In-Tune Music. It's called The Young Saxophonist. And we have a lot of our teachers that use that as a supplemental teaching aid specifically for saxophone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, was that your intent when you wrote it?
The whole idea is continue using the textbook that you're using, the red book, whatever it is, your method book that you had picked out already. This is just in addition to give saxophonists all the instrument specific information that they need to go along with it.
That's cool. And so we have been excited to be part of that journey. We were just kind of talking. We may be sprucing some of that up and continuing that journey again. But since now I knew you from Midland Orchestra in Odessa, Fine Arts Coordinator in Odessa, and I think you've had other. Did you go straight from Odessa to San Antonio?
No, before I moved to San Antonio, I was a saxophone professor at a university.
That's right.
I left to go be the athletic band director and saxophone instructor at University of Mary in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Because now I remember the zero or sub-zero temperature.
Yes, yes.
So
yeah, we don't do negative 47 degrees anymore. Yeah, we don't. Like that stung a little.
So here we are. Tell us about what's going on. Whatever you want to share with us. How's the gig going? Is it fun? You having a good time?
Yeah, the gig is great. It's just very, very busy. In my district, I have 90 schools. I think I had, if I remember correctly, in Odessa, when I was fine arts director, I had 37 schools. So just the number of people that I have to interact with is just on a much larger scale. But I have a great team. So it's not just me in the fine arts office. So I have a coordinator for instrumental music, Roland Sandoval, a coordinator for vocal and elementary music, Joe Estala. And so they're all here wandering around the convention as well. Very successful choir director and band director in their own right.
How about the mariachi?
And killer mariachi programs. So we just had an event last night, actually, where we dedicated one of our high school music buildings to Bel Ortiz. Bel Ortiz was the nation's first mariachi and ballet folklorico teacher in a classroom setting. Wow. And obviously there were people teaching these art forms elsewhere, but she was the first to bring it into the classroom. And she passed away earlier this year. And so we just held a dedication ceremony, dedicating the music building at Linear High School to her in her name. And so we brought her family in. The mayor was there. We had all the elected officials. It was a great event.
Sounds awesome.
And so, yeah, we have a little over 2,000 kids studying mariachi in our district. We have 18 programs. We just had UIL mariachi. Mariachi is now a UIL event. It just happened in 2016 since I left Odessa. When I was in Odessa, it wasn't. And so we have 5 high schools that qualified for the state mariachi contest this year. Last year we had 6 more than any other district in Texas. So yeah, we have a killer mariachi program.
That is awesome. Yeah. Glad to hear great things are going on.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get away from the fact. I want to make sure we mention amazing player in his own right, saxophone, Yamaha artist, correct?
Yes.
You still getting it? Sounds like you're busy. You finding any time to gig, to play? And
yeah, I don't gig much anymore.
Okay.
Like that's the problem. I have time to play. Getting back to the book, The Young Saxophonist. My son has decided to pick up saxophone.
Awesome.
And so he does his band textbook at school.
I'm gonna time out real quick. Was that a hard? Was he certain that's what he wanted to do? And you're like, okay. Or were you like happy?
Oh, I'm thrilled.
Good.
I'm absolutely thrilled he chose saxophone. That was not something that we forced on him.
Sure.
But it's just, it's like a lot of things. I think you want to do what you see.
Right.
You're around that and, I want to do that. Whatever
you do
that
what
is.
you know.
Yeah. And so, but when we're home, that's what we work through my book. We work through the young saxophonist. And so
That's awesome.
he stays thoroughly ahead of the rest of his class.
And he literally is the young saxophonist.
That's it. And that's it. So
Awesome.
I do most of my playing when I'm working with students, which is not as much as I would like, but the job, just the magnitude of having to take care of 90 campuses.
90 schools.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Cool.
So I do a little playing. I recently did get a Yamaha, the digital saxophone, the YDS 150. And so that's what I do on my lunch breaks is I close my office because I can't make a bunch of racket in the office. I close the door and then I just plug the headphones in.
So you can do Kenny G on your own time.
Nothing but Kenny G all the time.
All right.
Mr. G. Yeah.
Man, I can't tell you how much we appreciate you taking a few minutes to stop by and check in.
Well, I love you guys. I thank you for everything you guys ever did for me. And I really appreciate you guys publishing the book. Anyway, you guys were such a huge help.
Here's the deal. You're such a easy guy to work with.
Well,
such a pleasure. So our friend, Dr. Daniel Loudenback, hope you enjoy the rest of your TMEA 2024.